Hi, this is Ischel Perez from Chem 112. I'm here to talk about phosphorus pentafluoride. We're going to be going over the Lewis diagram, the VSEPR diagram, the box diagram, and the contour diagram. First, we're going to start off with the Lewis diagram. We're going to look at the periodic table of elements and see that phosphorus has 5 valence electrons. And then we're going to look at our 5 fluorine atoms and see that it has 7 valence electrons, giving us a total of 40 valence electrons. From there, we can build our Lewis diagram. We're going to have phosphorus in the center and our 5 fluorine atoms surrounding it. From there, we can add our electrons. And we can see that our 40 electrons will be covered with 5 single bonds between the phosphorus and the fluorine atoms. Next, we're going to go to our VSEPR model, and we're going to do the same thing, only this time we're going to have the shape as well. So we're going to start off with 3 of our fluorine atoms, so they should look about the same. Our electrons, and then we can also, for the last 2, add the shape. And then we're going to finally add the electrons to these 2 as well. So for this one, now that we have the shape, we can add our angles. Now we have 2 angles in particular, our axial angles, which will be 90 degrees, and our equatorial angles, which will be 120 degrees. So for this one, you can also see this here in 3D. So this is the VSEPR models again in 2D here on the left and 3D here on the right. So you can see the shape. It's trigonal bipyramidal. You can see right here. And then you've got right there, if you can see that. So for this, it's easy to see the shape. However, we can't see how the phosphorus binds to the fluorine atoms. For that, we have to go to the box diagram. The box diagram I've set up mostly. We just have to fill it in. So we're going to start with our central atom in the grounded state. So this is going to be phosphorus. And then we're going to go ahead and fill this in. So we have 3s, 3p, and 3d. These are our orbitals. And we're going to go ahead and fill in those 5 electrons. Now from there, we have to add the 5 fluorines, but we only have 3 electrons available. So what we're going to do is take this electron, we're going to promote it like so. And then we're going to rewrite it in the excited state, notated by the asterisk. So add our orbitals, 3p and 3d, and we're going to fill it out again, this time in the excited state. Now, as you can see, we have 5 electrons that can now bond with the fluorine atoms. So we're going to hybridize like so, right here. And we're going to refill it in. So we have our phosphorus, which is now in what we call the sp3d. We're going to refill it out like so. And then we can now add our 5 fluorine atoms, which is going to be 2p. And now we can show that the one electron from each of the fluorine atoms will bond like so. So with that information, we can now take the information from our box diagram and our VSEPR diagram and combine them to make our contour diagram of phosphorus pentafluoride. Now, thanks to the VSEPR diagram from earlier, we have our trigonal bipyramidal shape. All we have to do is fill in the information we learned from the box diagram. Excuse me. So, we're going to start off with our sp3ds, the hybridized orbitals that we made earlier. We're going to showcase it with these ovals. We're going to add our electrons, like so. We're going to label them sp3d. From here, we can now add the 2p orbitals showcased by these figure 8s. And there are all 5 of our fluorine atoms. And from there we have the contour diagram of phosphorus pentafluoride showcased with the sp3ds, the 2p orbitals from the 5 fluorines showcased in the trigonal bipyramidal shape. Thank you very much. My name is Ischal Perez, and thank you for watching.